Oh, I know what I want to do. Good Time Charlie's Got the Blues.
Good Time Charlie's Got the
G.
Blues. In G. Let's try it.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Just with an intro. Everybody's gone away. Said they're moving to LA. Not a soul I know around. Everybody's leaving town. Some caught a freight, some caught a plane. Find the sunshine, leave the rain. This town will waste your time. Guess that ride is wasting mine. Some gotta win and some gotta lose. Good Time Charlie's got the blues. You know my friends keep telling me I'm not a kid at 33. You lose your wife. Way too long, you lose your life. I got my pills to ease the pain. Can't find a thing to ease the rain. Love to try to settle down. Everybody's leaving town. Some gotta win and some gotta lose. Good Time Charlie's got the blues. Play you first. Some gotta win and some gotta lose. Good Time Charlie's got the blues. Good Time Charlie's got the blues. Good Time Charlie's got the blues. Yeah.
Nice.
Wait, hold on. I gotta take off this jacket.
Thank you so much, John, for coming up, taking the time.
Thanks for having me. You know, I've seen some of my heroes on this channel, so I wanted to be a part.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's good to have one of our heroes on the channel.
It's an honor to be a guest.
Are you referring to Mike Love?
I'm referring to Mike Love. I'm referring to Blaina Singh. I'm referring to Roby Kahakalau. So, you know, there's been some monsters on this channel. And, of course, Kalei and Corey, of course.
Oh, that we're not included with
Those
the
guys.
group of, you know.
You guys can jump. I mean, you can just jump in with anybody. I can't do that. Half the time I'm not playing. I just do this.
So that's the trick.
Yeah.
All the secrets.
Do you guys know John from his illustrious career the last 20 plus years?
I know John before
making music.
he knows of me knowing him.
Yeah.
I can see that.
A lot.
I can see that.
20 years ago.
Yeah, man. That's what happens when you have decades behind you. You know, it's kind of crazy how fast it goes by.
You know what's also crazy? The difference in time progression with you. You still, you don't seem to age.
That's true.
Like between 20 years.
No, he
with
looked.
me. It's like he's
He was
20
a
years
little.
older.
He's a little more boy-like. He's kind of in his teenage years now.
Yeah.
He went through puberty now.
I remember looking like John. I think John's a vampire.
He doesn't
Well,
age.
believe me, it's I feel old. I take naps now. Midday naps.
Oh.
Yeah, I take like a 3 o'clock nap, and then I get on with my day again.
You do like a power nap.
Yeah,
What
power
the
nap.
hell?
Power naps
Who
are the thing.
does
That's the
that?
thing.
Power naps are great.
They
Man,
feel good.
Yeah.
I can't even get to sleep at night, let alone in
Really?
the middle of the day.
I've figured it out. It's 34 minutes. It's like
What?
not too
ample-
long, not too short.
Oh, you are psychotic.
And I just hit my thing and I lie down and I fall asleep within like 30 seconds.
What?
And then I wake up 34 minutes later and I'm refreshed and ready to go.
34
Nice.
minutes.
Extremely jealous
Wow.
of that. That's a.
As
That's
long
a
as I can
talent.
get horizontal. I can't sleep sitting up. So that's why planes are like the worst.
Oh
me.
yeah.
But if I can lie down, I can fall asleep quick.
Do you do the? You know how the? I think it was Navy SEALs. There's a way to, or I don't know. I think just in the military, how to fall asleep the fastest, like in the quickest way. There's like a method.
Oh yeah?
So you relax your jaw muscles, and then you relax your shoulder muscles. Once you do that, it just makes it easier. I don't know if it's those two things. I might be wrong. Take it with a grain of salt, and do your own research.
Yeah.
Because no, Joel was telling me, and then elevating your legs above what's
Your
heart level when you're.
Okay.
That's supposed
That
to
probably helps.
give you. Do you elevate your legs?
No.
I heard
No,
it helps.
I just, and the thing is, like, my wife doesn't let me sleep in the bed unless I've showered. So I can't take a nap in the bed.
It's a very good policy.
So I just throw a pillow on the floor, and I sleep on the floor next to my bed for my nap.
Oh.
Yeah. We're
I'd
we're
be
insane.
sleeping on the floor half the time if we had that rule.
Yeah.
It's like, sorry, I just.
Yeah. So,
It's kind of cold right now. I don't feel like it.
so yeah, that's a weird rule at my house. I have to be showered to go to bed. So sometimes, yeah, I'll just fall asleep on the couch downstairs.
It's not. I don't think it's weird at all. I think it's very practical. To
Yeah, I guess so.
If you're clean, you get to sleep in the bed.
Yeah.
If you haven't showered, yeah.
But I've gotten to the point now where if I'm gonna buy an extra blanket, so I can lay that blanket on top of the bed, so I take my nap on the blanket. Then I can take the blanket off.
Oh, chill.
It's kind of like when you try clothes on.
Yeah.
And you have like the plastic thing.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's my life.
Well, I imagine your house is very clean, and
Yeah. And
It's not the worst.
no, but I was just talking to somebody the other day that I feel like so every musician has this progression. I think some musicians can get through it without it, but I think a lot of guys go through this. So you start off when you're a young musician. You probably have a cool new sound that everybody wants to hear. You're very popular, whatnot.
No.
And then in a musician's career, I'm just saying.
Okay, gotcha.
And then you get to a certain age, and I'm currently of this age, 40s, where nobody wants to hear you, because you're not cool anymore. You're just some dad that plays his guitar. So if you talk to my daughter's friends, they're probably like, who's this old guy?
cares
Wait,
what they-
that sounds very depressing,
Yeah.
John.
Yeah,
No,
but I mean,
no,
who cares what
wait,
girls
wait,
like?
hold on.
Okay.
But then you hit kupuna status, and you become like the wise sage, like the Bob Dylans of the world, and Johnny Cash and stuff, and
You become cool
you
again.
become cool again.
Yeah.
So I'm in
But
I'm in my non-cool phase.
You're in the purgatory.
you're-
Yeah.
You're cool in a lot of people's books, and
Well, thank you, Corey.
Yeah.
But
so I'm a big fanboy
I appreciate
Put that out there.
When you were saying nobody wants to hear you anymore, I'm just like, what are you talking about?
Well, I mean, you know, I'm just not. I don't feel like I could make a run for, you know, I don't. Yeah.
Well, you know.
See, Jake has been good. He's been able to stay cool and relevant for this whole time.
But it takes a lot. It takes a real earnest striving towards that consistently to maintain that artist, you know, endeavor of creation and
you worked hard.
there's still some magic that happens at youth that just is just not going to happen again on some level.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm kind of looking forward to being the kupuna and do my next phase, you know.
I'm very confused at what's going on.
I got you. Were you?
I mean, I get it, but
are you just mostly by ear kind of dude, or do you know all this stuff too?
Oh yeah, no, I'm full by ear. I don't know anything. I'm really dumb when it comes to like music stuff, and that's why like
I don't believe you.
No, sometimes that makes you better in a way because you're not thinking about it from that.
Well,
side
I know
of
like chords and stuff. Like so, when Kalea tells me like, "Oh, play this chord" or whatever, I can play the chord, but if you ask me like a progression or any kind of music theory, I wouldn't know what you're talking about. I have a hard time like harmonizing with people because I don't, you know, my whole career I've been by myself almost.
I have a hard time singing in general.
Well, let me ask you about something.
A bunch of steps ahead of a lot of people.
You might know something about this. I'm looking for a house in Mililani.
Oh, good luck.
Yeah.
Good luck. Unless you have a couple $1 million. Jesus.
Well, I go around looking at places that are $1 million, and I'm like, I don't like this house at all. It's like, you want to love a house to spend $1 million.
You know, it's kicking everybody's butt in both sides because not only is it hard to find a house, but then if you decide, okay, well, I'm going to go the route of I'm going to buy something maybe at a lower price and fix it up to what I want, construction costs are all through the roof too.
Yeah.
So you're going to get kind of screwed on that end too. So it's just really not good.
Yeah.
I need to build more houses, basically.
I think
I know.
I might wait, you know, I'm sure the interest rate might be less appealing, but it's like, it's getting a little ridiculous right now.
If you have cash, you'd want to buy property, obviously, when no one else wants to buy property. You know, when the interest rates are high. But if you're gonna borrow,
Johnny Cash?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean like physical currency? Yeah. I don't.
Yeah. It's amazing how
I
many
could
people
ask
do
the
have money.
bank if they have cash. Do you guys
Yeah. Yeah, but if you're borrowing, I mean, you know, it's pretty funny because if you look from an affordability standpoint, the prices are really high, but from a monthly payment, it's cheaper than it's ever been in years. I don't know if that's the greatest
But
thing.
then there's people that bought a few years ago that refinanced with these better rates now,
Mm-hmm.
and they got the cheap price and the good rates.
Yeah. I mean, you think about people who bought, I mean, the sweetest point was 2000, 2001. If you bought that, your whole life is set already.
Oh, yeah.
That's when houses were at affordable prices.
Yeah.
Because
I remember when I started in real estate, it was 2003. And then I thought, I should probably buy a house. I'm in real estate, you know, and I just walked around. I'm like, $300,000 for a house? That's ridiculous. That's what prices were back then.
Yeah.
Try find any house in the worst part of Wahiawa for that much.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my gosh. Maybe an apartment.
You know what's funny? So I'm from Hawaii Kai, so I'm an East Sider, you know, and I don't come out this way. But because of the job, I've driven out. Wahiawa's beautiful back here.
Yeah, it totally is.
It's got some really nice
and
spots.
they've cleaned up the town a lot too.
Oh,
I mean,
a lot. Yeah.
in the
Especially
last
on the main
decade, it's
strip,
gotten a lot nicer.
Yeah, there's the where Papa John's is. You know, well, you guys are from here, right? This area. So you know
Hawaii, yes.
Well, I mean, you know Wahiawa better than me, probably.
Yeah, I
We've
mean,
been here a few
our
times.
store was across from Zippy's for a decade before
Oh,
we were
really?
up in Haleiwa. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's funny because like there was a strip club, and
there
then
were a couple.
like some kind of bar where the Papa John's is now, or next to the Papa John's or something like that. And I remember I had a client who was thinking about buying that commercial space, and so I had to come out here and like I had my $3,000 camera. I had like my good camera. I was gonna take pictures and stuff, and I walked around the back into this alley. And there's all these people back there. I'm like, oh my god, this is not the place to be walking around this camera.
What
It
year
was really
this?
shady. This must have been like.
Oh, I think I picked up a camera at the pawn shop across the street.
I think that was like 2005 or something like that.
Oh yeah.
And then like Surf Nations or something bought that place and they turned it around. And
That was before that, before they moved in.
yeah.
On the main strip, there were like
Yep.
pawn shops and.
Yeah, pawn shop,
I
strip
remember that
club,
place.
bar. Right all next to each other.
I mean, they made it better, but the fundamental problem with all those spaces is the lack of parking. So it's
Yeah.
like it's hard to get good businesses to make it there
Yeah, that.
unless you're showing your titties or something. You know?
Yeah, then people will park and walk.
Yeah. Right.
They won't mind.
They'll
Well, not
double
these.
park.
You're not gonna want to walk anywhere.
Yeah.
Corey has an OnlyFans page.
And I'm the only fan.
I see.
Yeah.
So what is everybody playing? So I'm playing this Pono.
So that is
Lovely guitar.
That's an OM30.
It's an OM30 with rosewood back and sides. It's like a Martin, I guess a Martin spec, equivalent to like a OM27 or something.
Okay.
This is actually Andrew's guitar. It's like 20 years old. This was an
Oh.
anniversary present to Andrew from his wife.
Yep.
His brother downstairs built it for him, and
And Corey
I
likes
play
to
it
grab
more
it at
than
every.
Andrew.
This is Corey's favorite guitar.
Probably.
So I first got introduced to Pono with Ernie Cruz Jr.
Yep.
He came into High Sessions and he had a tiny little Pono guitar.
Mm-hmm.
He loved that thing, and it got stolen like 2 weeks
I
later.
remember that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he got it back.
We
right?
got it back. Okay, that's good. I don't remember if he ever got it back.
I think they did. I think they found, or maybe that was the Colau that, he's had multiple times he's had his stuff stolen. He's like, yeah, I just left it in my garage. I don't know what the problem is. Yeah, I forget already. And he had like a few different Ponos, but he liked those real small bodies,
Yeah.
the parlor size.
Yeah, and then Blaine, of course, was saying
He's got like,
his
I
three of
want to
them.
say, oh yeah?
He's
I
named
was
them.
thinking like 4. Yeah.
One's Jackson Brown, one's named after the Eagles, and then one's something else.
Do you remember if it was the sunburst one that he has?
The Sunburst is Jackson Brown. I'm pretty sure.
That Pono electric guitar he got sounds pretty darn good too.
Oh,
I saw
like a
him post
Gibson.
something with it. I was
Really?
like, oh, that sounds great. Yeah.
Nice.
I didn't spend any time with it before. Like, I guess my dad wanted him to have it. But that's the only solid body Pono electric, I think,
Yeah.
that's out there. But
Have you guys
They're
had
just-
Tavana on?
trying stuff. Yeah.
He's got
Couple
some.
times.
He's got some good I lost my guitar stories.
okay.
Yeah, my guitar got run over. I remember one of the,
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw him at a gig like 20 years ago, and then the next week I saw him, and like the whole side of his Taylor was just like bashed in,
Yeah,
and there was like
yeah.
a whole story about how he backed up over it, and then somebody stole it, and then I forget,
Yeah. He's so interesting, that guy.
I love Tavana. He's
Yeah.
one of the best dudes ever.
Yeah, it's so funny because he's so back in high. So I went to high school with him and Mike.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
we're all from Kaiser.
wow.
So, but I didn't know Mike
A lot of talent
back
at
then.
that
I knew
school.
Tavana, but I remember Tavana because he used to get into fights and stuff.
Oh,
back
was
in
he
the day.
pretty rowdy?
He was well. I don't know about rowdy, but he's one of these guys if you disrespect him or you push him, he's not gonna back down.
He seems
So-
pretty tough.
Yeah, he's a pretty strong guy too. But he's like the mellowest dude now.
Oh, yeah.
You
He's
could
a-
never
he's a
imagine
teddy
him
bear
getting
now.
into a fight
Yeah.
now. So
He's the sweetest.
yeah.
But
So-
that's how. I mean, I was kind of aggro in the my, maybe not high school, but I got in a bunch of fights in junior high,
Really?
just on the basketball field, just tussling,
oh,
and then
no,
somebody, and then next thing you know, you guys are punching at each other. I don't know.
Noah told me you're very competitive.
Yeah.
So
But then my freshman year, I started smoking weed and didn't get in a fight after that. Seriously, I haven't even been in a fight since junior high.
Yeah. Have you guys been in fights?
not like real ones.
With my wife.
just like verbal altercations. So we'll keep it at that.
Me and my cousin used to kick each other and slam each other around. That was about it.
Yeah. I always used to when you were little, you'd wrestle with your friends and
Yeah.
stuff, and I was always the smallest, skinniest kid, so I got my butt handed to me at all times. So I'm like, oh, if this ever got real, like I'm in trouble.
I was very soft. I never, I'd always avoid confrontation.
Yeah.
And if anything happened, I'd be the first one to like run away.
Yeah. So yeah, I just never was that kind of guy.
Sorry, I didn't have my computer plugged in, so we got cut off. Starting it in. But I wanted to ask you about kind of the journey that is High Sessions.
Okay, sure.
Talk about the concept, how you started it, and where how it evolved and where you're at.
Okay. Now? You want
yeah. So,
okay.
Guys, High Sessions, John runs this channel on YouTube. A lot of you guys watching already know about it. They have
I feel like we're sister stations.
They have like, I don't know, 2 or 3 times our followers.
No. You guys have caught up a lot.
I don't think so, dude. But I mean, like, it's okay because I'm not doing a lot of the things you're doing. Like, I'm just running a business and stuff. Well, I mean, but maybe, your team runs a little bit deeper. I wish I had like help doing live streams and things like that really like help. But I just really like making good videos as good as possible. And it wasn't until like, I don't know, a year or a little bit more ago that I started thinking about thumbnails even or things like that.
Oh, yeah.
But anyways, talk about how you decided to start it and what you were thinking.
Okay. Yeah, so we got to go back to 2009. I am a new dad. And, when that happened, I stopped doing a lot of touring, doing a lot of more stuff from home and whatnot. And my daughter, who's 2, what year was she born? Maybe this is 2011. Yeah, so this is 2011. So she's 2 now. And, we're watching YouTube videos and whatnot. I'm trying to just keep her busy. But she used to love Taylor Swift. She still does. But, these Taylor Swift videos would come on. I saw some of the live stuff she was doing. I thought, I think we could do something like this. This doesn't look that hard. And so I called my buddy Dave, who was at the time transitioning from internet web design to video. Like he wanted to go into this video production mode. So I started showing him the videos. I'm like, hey, do you think we could do something like this, or do you think you could make something? And he's like, yeah, I think I could. But he was just starting out in video, so he took it as a little bit of a challenge. And then also, here I'm doing real estate, and a lot of realtors like to golf. Do you golf?
I don't know.
I do not like to golf. I mean, it's I'm sure it's a great game, and I don't have anything against golf, but I am personally not super excited about golf. So, like, we would be doing these once-a-month golf thing, like every month we go golfing and stuff like that. I thought, I think I'd really rather make music videos once a month rather than golf. So I told my wife, I'm like, hey, I'm going to start this thing, and instead of golfing once a month, I'm going to do music. She said, fine. And then so, like, I just started inviting, like, Clay and, people that I knew to come down, and then we would do these music videos, throwing them up on YouTube. Like, oh, the other thing that I thought was, when I would search, like, Makaha Sons or Kaylee Reichel or whatever, I didn't see a lot of really produced content.
That's something I love about you guys. There's so many amazing musicians, Hawaiian musicians, and they might have been captured magically on CD or whatever.
Right.
But in the age of YouTube, there's just not a lot to like showcase, right?
So I thought, man, there's even the bands that you'd think would have a budget to make videos aren't doing it. So maybe we could do this as like a public service or something. So the idea was just like, if we can just pay to keep the channel going, that's the goal, right? And so we just started in that route, and then kept going, and then so what's funny is like the first 3 years I was funding the show, so I was like paying everybody and buying all the equipment and stuff like that. And
how many camera guys do you? Because it seems like there's at least like 4 different guys running cameras.
Yeah. So we had at the most we've had is 7 camera shoots. That's kind of our.
Jesus,
thing is the 7 cameras going at the same time. But the other thing was Dave was getting into video, so he had a lot of the video equipment. So I was buying more of the sound stuff and then paying the guys to come and shoot and stuff. And then so, but then yeah, so like maybe around 2013, I was like, hey, I don't know if we can keep doing this because like my wife's getting kind of pissed. I'm spending a lot of money on this thing, with this hobby.
I tried to tell her it was going to make money someday.
Yeah,
and, it's not really doing that.
Yeah, it's not really doing that. And then it was so funny because Mike Love came in 2013. And
he got like 20 million views.
Yeah, and then so his thing blew up, but I didn't know anything about monetizing the content, So then one day we were shooting another thing, and our friend Evan came in. He's like, "Why aren't you guys monetizing the YouTube content?" I'm like, what is that? He's like,
seriously, you guys weren't monetized doing ads from
No.
What was the? Oh, so it really you didn't have any thought of making money off of it?
no,
Oh, that's cool.
like
I mean, that's how I was for many years, and I still don't really monetize it. But,
yeah, and then he's
but
like,
I'm also not paying a bunch of camera guys. And
yeah. So it was like maybe I was spending about $10,000 a year, like just out of my pocket, like paying stuff.
Uh-huh.
And then so right after year 3, it's like, okay, you've sunk in $30,000 in this project and you haven't made nothing,
So you got a lot of beautiful videos.
Yeah, I have a lot of stuff. And then we had the TV show.
And you guys made a CD too, right?
We made a CD, and so like all these things are like slowly bringing stuff. And then and then Mike's thing goes crazy, and then one day the guy's like, "Oh, you just gotta press this button." I was like, "Oh, okay." So we hit the monetize button, and then next month I'm like, "Oh my God, we have money! Like we can actually do something with this, So we started monetizing all the videos, and then that was enough to pay just to keep things going. And then so we were like, oh, okay, now at least we can keep production going. So we did that from like 2015 to 2018, something like that, 2019. But then the big YouTube thing kind of screwed us up. And we stopped shooting for 2019 and 2020.
Yeah, YouTube switched up the revenue.
Well, two things happened. So one was YouTube changed their ad revenue sharing program or whatever. And that instantly cut our ad revenue in half. So whatever we're making is just half that, which wasn't a complete death blow because we did have some sponsors and some deals that we were doing with like Hawaiian Airlines and some of the other companies and stuff, licensing content and whatnot. But then what's happened now is most artists now, when they release projects, they'll release it on like a digital platform like CD Baby or Symphonic or Kid Distro or DistroKid or whatever that thing's called. And as part of the deal with those companies, they go and they scour the internet for copyright infringement issues. And so all of a sudden we just started getting hit with like everything. Like just like
this video right here from your guys' first song. I mean, if I was trying to make money on it, it would be diminished significantly.
Yeah, it's almost like nothing, right? So then it was like we're just getting hit with these flags constantly, and by then we had about 400 videos up.
What's funny is when it's like an artist and it's like they're playing their original and you get hit from their like company and you're like, well, okay. So then, we're just promoting the CD so people go buy your...
Well, and the artist, it's not the artist's fault. Like I don't blame the artist at all because they're just signing up for a service. I don't think they even know what's happening on the back end on YouTube, right? And then so I found out that me trying to go to YouTube and disputing the claim, because I have everybody sign a release when they come in, because we need the release for TV and then when we license to other people, right? And so I was like, hey, we have the right to use this content and stuff, and YouTube just kept shutting us down. So I found out I have to go to the artist and then have them go to CD Baby and then whitelist us on that service. But now I have to do that for 400 videos.
Yeah. And then
so
you're asking these artists that aren't trying to like go figure something out for you to do something. They're like, I already came and did it for you.
Yeah, right. So then that became just like, all right, whatever. So then we just stopped in 2019. Just got to be kind of too much. And then the pandemic happened, right? But I was so bored at home. We started doing like 3 camera shoots with just a skeleton crew. And then Dave kind of called me this year, and so 2 things happened. One was Dave was like, hey, I have a whole new video crew of guys, and they've never got to work on high session stuff, and they're kind of, it's kind of exciting, right? They want to do some of that. So can we start shooting again 2021? I'm like, oh, great. And then the Four Seasons called, and they wanted to have us shoot there on site because they're trying to like reopen and stuff like that. So that's been kind of a little marriage we've made to at least cover the shoots. And so, so that's kind of where we are now. But
Did you guys start shooting there already?
yeah, so we've done we did Taimane there, Nathan Aviel,
sweet.
and we just released this past week was Raiatea Helm.
Oh my goodness.
We did Kuana and this guy Joe Sambo. You ever heard of Joe Sambo from Florida? He's cool. He's like this reggae, kind of like a Sublime kind of artist, but he's good stuff. And then he was in Hawaii for a concert, and I reached out to his manager like, hey, we have this show, you know, like if he wants to come on. So he came on. It was a lot of fun. But
It's like you're pretty locked into what's any musicians coming through that could potentially like.
well, yeah. So my dream was always like, if this thing could make money, then I was thinking, you know, we could subsidize bringing in other acts that normally wouldn't come to Hawaii. Maybe like have them do a concert and then do a shoot and stuff. But we could cover some of those costs, because a lot of the cost of bringing people in is the flights, hotel rooms, you know, all that kind of stuff. People don't want to travel that far, so that's what makes it difficult. But then, yeah, every time we get to, it just feels like every time we get to zero, something happens and then we're down, and we gotta like figure out another way to crawl back to zero, you know, just to pay to have the channel keep going.
Yeah.
You know.
It's like our business.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Clay says you guys are doing well and selling a lot of stuff here.
He's a super optimistic. No, we're doing all right.
Oh, Clay meant his. He goes to the farmer's market on Saturday.
And I saw
He sells fruits.
I see. Yeah.
someone's freshly picked.
But you know,
off the shelf.
it's one of these things though. Ukuleles are a hot commodity now.
Yeah, but you know, with that, there's like that many more people
Yeah, making them.
doing. Yeah, because it's like we were kind of unique, like a decade or 2 decades. Or, you know, when did we start? So I guess we're 17 years old now as a business. It's been a fun journey.
Yeah.
2004? Oh,
Yeah.
Kaneohe, right?
Yeah,
That's right. Yeah.
Kaneohe.
Yeah.
The origin.
Did you ever go to Higher Ground, our live music cafe here in Waiwa?
No.
Because Ernie used to play
Yeah,
up
that's
here.
right.
And,
I have video. I saw a video on
John?
YouTube of him playing stuff.
yeah,
It's on the higher ground.
we didn't
Ground
last long.
Cafe.
We were only around for it was a little less than 2 years, but yeah, that was fun.
It was funny because I just came from the High Sessions podcast, and one of the questions that was brought up was like, what would you do to help the music industry or like help Hawaiian music grow in Hawaii or whatnot? And I've always thought like there's a lot of venues that have live music as an afterthought. Like they set up the restaurant and they go, oh, why don't you play in that corner over there, you know, something like that. We don't have a lot of venues where there's a nice stage and, you know,
I mean,
set up for
that was like a restaurant built around live music.
Yeah.
Like, okay, maybe we should put some food here too.
Yeah. So I always thought there needs to be more of that here. Because when you tour the mainland, I don't know Kalei's and Corey's experience, but there's a lot of places like, oh, it's a pizzeria, but they have a stage.
Yep.
And
The thing with us, we were BYOB, so
Ah.
it's like I don't know. We weren't really like we were subsidized by the music store.
I see.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
So I don't know. I don't know if you guys have ideas.
kind of like the way that your channel was subsidized by your real estate business.
Yeah. Yeah, and then you know, of course, that was rough times too, because 2009 2011. Yeah, it started picking up. Yeah, 2011. But we had just come out of the financial crisis and all that stuff. So there was a lot of money that yeah, my wife was not thrilled, but she was supportive.
Well, that was the
And-
stock market crash.
Yeah.
That time.
Yeah. So everything. I remember
Holy crap.
2009, my daughter was just born and the real estate market was kind of crashing. So like I remember sitting open house and just sitting on the floor and like passing out because I was so tired from being up all night with her, and then no one was coming to the open house, so I just like sit up and fall asleep in the open house. It's just such a weird time.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
How is it now?
The real estate market?
Yeah, just
Okay, let's not even go there.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's nuts.
It's good for John. It's
It's
bad
good-
for me.
It's good if you're selling.
You know what's crazy?
Yeah.
You come from the era where like you guys actually sold CDs and made money.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
I-
sad. It's sad now that like it's not that. I mean, the opportunity is a lot different at the
Yeah.
very least.
It's a weird, it's so strange how times have changed because, yeah, I mean, back in the day, you'd make your CD. That's how you made the bulk of your money, you know? I mean,
Yeah.
luckily, my parents took that money not took it, but, you know, saved that money for me. And then when I bought my first condo, they're like, here, there's a down payment, you know?
wow.
But yeah, nowadays, it's, you know, you make all your money on, like, you have to have a million streams of income, right? You have your online presence, your advertisements, like your sponsors and
Your
stuff like that.
Patreon,
Your Patreon, your supporters,
gigging all the time.
gigging, touring nonstop. But you know, back in the day, the idea of touring mainland and Japan and stuff, that was so foreign. Like,
Really, I feel like you guys were going to Japan and places all the time.
not in the '90s. That
Huh.
that kind of opened up in the 2000s.
Mm.
You know, but yeah, in the '90s, like you only like Makaha Sons and just a few bands were, and it was a big deal when people would go on tour, like everyone knew about it, you know. But
You know, when you were recording with Trey, we were just a stone's throw
That's
away
right.
at Ko'olau, just starting our ukulele business like
That's
at
right.
the same time. And yeah, what was it like working with Trey?
Dr. Trey is a lot of fun
Yes.
because he's like a kid.
Yeah.
He is I don't know how old he is now, but
He was kind of a party animal back then too.
yeah, he
but-
got to about like age 18 and then just stopped. And
Yeah.
he's 18-year-old forever.
Those
you
are
know?
my favorite
18
people.
going on 54.
Unless,
That's right.
unless they
Yeah.
work for you, they're the funnest.
Yeah. Well, but and he will admit this too. So I'm not talking smack because I think he would say the same thing. Not the person you want in charge of, you know, your business stuff.
Yeah, he's an artist.
Because he's like, I mean, even Jake is like you know, so it's funny because when we talk about the Pure Heart Band, I always say like I'm the least musically talented of the three guys. I mean, we have like the virtuoso and then Wapaka. I'm okay. I can kind of hang in there, but I'm definitely not on their level. But you know, I'm the one who like gets everybody organized, make sure everyone gets to the gigs, talking to the, you know, so you need one guy like that in
Yeah,
the band,
absolutely.
you know, and
And you hold your own.
And
And they don't sing.
Yeah. So I mean, you know, like, but so even so I'd put Tracy in with, he was like a Lopaka and a Jake.
Yeah,
But he
yeah.
was in charge of everything.
Right.
Which didn't work.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
But you guys made some great albums.
yeah. But he had, you know, a lot of the albums were just, he would come in and be like, oh, that sounds good. And then that was it. Like, it was basically just stuff that we had rehearsed and practiced
Yeah.
forever anyway.
Back then, it was like there was no such thing as a good home studio.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like you had
Well,
to,
I remember Tracy was one of the first ones to go digital.
right? Yeah.
And I hated it. I thought it sounded terrible and stuff. But he was like, "Oh no, it's good," and he was right long term, you know. But I was
Yeah,
like,
he was
kicking
an
and
early
screaming.
adopter of the
Yeah.
Pro Tools and all that.
You guys would never know. See, I mean, I didn't ever have to deal with tape, but I had to deal with ADATs. Do you know what an ADAT is?
An ADAT. I never had to do.
I don't know a lot of things.
Okay.
In
So
general.
ADAT was like it looked like a VHS tape, and you'd push it in, and then it would kind of spin up, and then it would start going, and then you could start singing. And there was no screen, like there was no like computer screen or anything.
Mm-hmm.
It would just start go. So when you punch in and punch out, that was an art. You know, if you wanted to like redo something,
You have to rewind it too, right?
yeah, you'd have to rewind it. And then those things only went 8 tracks. So if you wanted 16 tracks, you'd have to buy 2 machines, and you'd have to wait until those 2 things synced up, and then started going. So like sometimes it wouldn't sync up in time, so you'd have to like redo it, go back and redo it and stuff. Yeah, those things.
Wow.
But they sounded good. Yeah.
It's like actual
Sounds
work.
warm.
As a
Yeah.
It's full and rich, right?
Yeah. But yeah, so we were doing ADATs for the longest time, and then for the Christmas album, Tracy got the digital stuff. I'm like, all right, I ended up kicking and screaming, but it turned out I was wrong. I was wrong about a lot of things over the years.
I think you were right, but
No, it
Right
came
about
out,
the sound.
came out okay. I mean, in the end, you want decent sound, but I mean, look at now, like everybody plays into their iPhone, you know?
Yeah. Everything's digital now.
I mean, it's as you can afford. Like, I mean, I got to visit Jack's studio up on the North Shore, and he's like all, taped. But it's like, who can like you got to be able to afford these type of luxuries. You know, it's like that slight natural warmth that you might.
Yeah, that's so
get.
funny that he goes back, back in time to tape, right?
I mean, it's right in line with like his style.
Yeah.
I mean, there's it's kind of like people listening to vinyl again, audiophiles getting really picky about it sounding. Because I mean, people in that world will like tell me like it's a world different. And I mean, like I'm afraid to get into it because then it's a whole nother investment of like what I'm gonna like it.
One of the craziest things in real estate that I've seen was there was this one guy, and he wanted to know what his house was worth. He lived over by Burger King on Moilili, over there.
I think by Puck's Alley. Is that right?
Kind of by Puck's Alley.
That's where I used to live. Yeah.
Okay, so I go to this guy's house, and he is a speaker reviewer for like Audiophile magazine or something like that.
Wow.
So he had like built the house. I mean, the whole thing was like off the ground. He had like a floating house, and the door to his house was like this, like a safe. It was like this metal door, and everything was soundproof. So when you got inside, it was like completely silent, and he had like central air conditioning and stuff. So this thing would be completely. And then like he had this big room like the size of maybe this room, but with high ceilings, and it would just have one speaker in the middle of the room and a chair, so you could just like sit there and like listen to the stuff. And I was trying to explain, I'm like, nobody is gonna pay for any of this. Like, he must have spent like an extra $200,000-$300,000 on making his house soundproof. But it's like, unless you find a very specific person that needs a soundproof house.
Yeah, serial killer.
Yeah, right.
Probably.
Or somebody wanting to start a studio.
Yeah. Unless you find another studio musician, I mean, I don't know who's gonna find the,
Or just a very loud group of people.
Yeah, I mean that thing was a freaking fortress, but it was
Was
quiet.
it bulletproof too?
Yeah, I
Since
guess.
the door was,
Yeah.
like, super thick.
Yeah, it was like a Jodie Foster movie. What was that? Safe Room or Escape Room or Panic Room? Panic Room.
Ooh.
Didn't see it.
Oh, Matt, you didn't see Panic Room? That's a good movie.
Oh, do you know how many good movies there are? And there's good series, and they're popping up all the time.
I know.
What's Panic Room about again?
Panic Room was her and her daughter are in the house. They have a panic room, right? And then these thieves come in because they're trying to steal something. She gets stuck in there. And I just remember that somebody come in and the thieves kill that guy. I don't remember.
It was so good. No.
I remember. I saw it 25 years ago.
Oh, okay.
I remember seeing it, and if I remember correctly, it was a very good movie. It was an awesome movie.
Yeah.
That was 25 years ago?
Yeah, Panic Room. Wait, hold on. I gotta look this up. And it had like Kirsten Dunst in it or something. Wait, someone. Hold on. Panic Room. 2002? Oh, geez. That wasn't 25 years ago.
But not
19.
that far off. 19.
Oh, Kristen Stewart was the daughter. See, look at this cast. Kristen Stewart, Jared Leto, Forrest Whitaker was in that.
I gotta go back and see those.
That was a good movie.
Let's give the folks some more music.
Okay. I tell you what, here's how we'll do it.
I want to do a movie review.
I just saw Eternals. Not good.
Oh, really? I had high hopes for...
And I'm going to see Afterlife. Ghostbusters Afterlife this weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited about that one.
I haven't even seen the preview yet.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I'm excited about that. I'm excited about Spider-Man.
The last movie I saw was Clifford the Big Red Dog.
My son wants to see that.
It's
How was
fun.
it?
It's cool. Yeah. You know, it's not for everybody, but I liked it.
Okay,
I'm
Mr.
still a big
Kitakis,
fan.
what key are we going to play a song in? You pick a key.
I pick a key?
Yeah.
Oh, man. It's all G.
Okay, all right.
I see what you did there.
All right, well, we'll do that. Bring me a cup then. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Did I ever say how I feel about you? The thing I never found that easy to do. Things that you do don't need to be heard. You know your actions, baby, speak louder than words. I've got the bottle, bring me a cup. Pop the cork and try a sip. When you're empty, I'll fill you up. Drink it down till the sun comes up. I'm a heading north like a steam train. Foot to the floor in the driving rain. My head is aching and my mouth is dry. I've got a thirst only you can satisfy. I've got the bottle, bring me a cup. Pop the cork and try to serve. When you're empty, I'll fill you up. Drink it down till the sun comes up. I'm heading north like a steaming train. Foot to the floor in the driving rain. My head is aching and my mouth is dry. I've got a thirst only you can satisfy. I've got the bottle, bring me a cup. Pop the cork and try a sip. When you're empty, I'll fill you up. Drink it down till the sun comes up. Correct. I've got the bottle, bring me a cup. Pop the cork and try a sip. When you're empty, I'll fill you up. Drink it down till the sun comes up. Yeah, till the sun comes
Clay, can you teach the chords real quick?
Yeah, sure. We're actually playing a song called Bring Me Your Cup in the key of G. And this song incorporates 4 chords. The first chord is, of course, G major, which would be 0, 2, 3, 2. Next chord, you can do a B minor 7, which would be easier than doing a B minor, which is just barring on the 2nd fret. Okay. third chord will be an E minor. Okay, and we have the fourth chord is going to be C, and we're going to add the fifth, which is actually going to be your D or a D7, which I actually like to play my D like this, which is second fret of all the top strings, leaving the bottom string open, which is 2 2 2 0. Or if you want to move from the C up and do something a little bit fancier, you can play a D like this, which is basically the same, but you're adding the A string 5th fret. So in order, we start off with G, B minor 7, E minor, and then we're going to go from C to D. Now remember, you can play D like this or like that. All right, let's try this together. 1, 2, 3. Now, if you're having a hard time doing these chunkings, you can leave it out. The chords to Bring Me Your Cup. Be sure to join us in this next jam session.
That was very fun.
Yeah.
I'm not too happy about my last solo, but
Oh man, come on.
Whatever.
Definitely better than the first two.
You guys should.
okay, I'll take that.
You
If
guys
you're- if
should
you're happy
play
with that.
another one. Just keep it going.
Okay.
Can we just cover the whole CD?
Yeah.
Sure.
So number 2 was
What song is number 2?
Green Rose Hula?
Oh, okay. You want to do that?
we don't have. It's already 8:00.
Okay, well then, because you had something like coming up soon, right? Maybe
Yeah.
we can close out with one.
Do a couple more.
Yeah,
Really?
a
You
couple
want
more.
to do that song?
I'm gonna do the whole CD.
Okay.
Let's see how long we can keep John jamming.
Okay. I think we should do that one.
You pick, John.
Here's one that's a little different. It's an F.
Okay.
It's basically F and C. Then it goes to B. Star Gladys.
Okay.
Kind of fell back in, not in love, but I mean, I kind of like this song again to play. Raindrops, they hamper my vision, falling down and cutting incisions in my mind while we sail away our time. Blow McCunny, shout jubilation, carry us down to our destination. Wiki wiki, okay, Allah Tahiti. Millions of stars up in the sky, looking up, they all make us high, but only up, you're the star of gladness. Whoa, only up, you're the star of gladness. Stand beside me and be my friend. raindrops, they hamper my vision, falling down and cutting incisions in my mind while we sail away our time. Blow McCunny's shout jubilation, carry us down to our destination. Wiki wiki, okay, la Tahiti. Millions of stars up in the sky, looking up, they all make us high. But Okulea, you're the star of gladness. Oh, Okulea, you're the star of gladness. Oh, Okulea, you're the star of gladness. Oh, Okulea, you're the star of gladness. To the flag. You just keep doing this. So Corey can do some solos on the way out. Yeah. We'll slowly fade.
Wow.
Ah, yeah. That's fun.
So that was song number.
I don't remember what song that is. Yeah. It's on the first one though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on the first
Definitely
one.
is on the first one.
Yeah, everything's on the first one. We only play How Can I Get Over from the second one. That's pretty much it. Otherwise, people don't request any of those.
Really?
Yeah. Well, well, we do like body surfing and some of the instrumentals from the second one.
Toccata and all that.
Yeah, but the vocals on the second one were not as strong. I mean, it's just hard because you do the first one, which we spent years putting together, and then it's like the next year they want another one. It's like, oh Jesus. I feel lucky we just had How Can I Get Over, because we had at least one song that was, I felt like
You guys had prepared.
yeah, that was ready to go. And
So like the second album, like what was like the process for like putting the music together for the second album? Because you guys already had most of it prepared for the first one, right?
yeah, we would do like 15, 16 track albums. So we just threw everything we had on there. They just like, all right, well, we'll see what happens,
It was like a whole concert. Right
Yeah,
there.
so we're like, oh shit, we have to put a whole another one of these out, like so. Just started, putting together songs. And some of them were okay. Some of them I definitely would do again differently. Some of them I wouldn't even do again. But that's how it goes, That's how it goes. Just gotta keep creating.
Totally.
Yeah.
What's next on the horizon for you? I'm sure you got a lot on your plate, but
I don't know. I mean,
the high session stuff keeps you pretty busy.
yeah,
right?
man. There was one at one point because we started Twitch, right? So now we stream every Thursday.
How's that working out?
It's been okay. Like it's a whole different ball game. Like
Different market.
Yeah, different audience.
You're right. Yeah, that's
Completely
what I
different
mean.
audience, and so it's been fun, but we're trying to figure it out. And I don't know if I have the time for that because it's really like a involved process. Like people want you to be streaming all the time,
Right.
to grow your audience, but it's been giving us content that we can use, so that's why I like
You
it.
gotta turn it on when you're playing Fortnite.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing. I thought about doing a Fortnite stream, but then I'm like, I don't want people watching me play Fortnite.
I mean, that's what most of Twitch is, though,
I
right?
swear a lot. Yeah, it's a lot of gaming.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then so there was one time where it was like we were doing twice a night, twice a week Twitch, so I'd have Twitch twice in a week plus the podcast, and then if we had a shoot that week, that's 4 days out of the whole week I'm doing high session stuff, let alone gigs and things, and then I'm supposed to have my work, right? So
And at
Yeah.
least with the live streaming, you're not editing.
right.
Yeah. But
Although, so what I've been doing is I've been taking the Twitch stream and then cutting out
cutting clips
song-
and then
yeah,
using it another.
Yeah, Yeah, so I do a little editing.
For like social medias and stuff, or for other platforms?
Yeah, YouTube and stuff. I've been posting some of that there. Yeah. And then
What's the name of the girl that used to work on Koaloha? I saw
Maya.
her.
Oh, Maya.
Maya, yeah.
So she
I
came
saw
in a
one
couple
of
times, yeah. Yeah, she's good. She's great. But yeah, I mean, and then that's what the whole Twitch thing was supposed to do, because the other thing was, there's a lot of bands out there. Well, we had Maya on the main show, but there's a lot of bands out there that are kind of starting out and stuff, and we only shoot like a few times a year now, the main channel, like the full setup and stuff. So it's like we can't accommodate everybody, but at least if we have the Twitch, then people can come on a more regular basis and at least do something.
Feature people that might not technically be worth like getting a whole team together.
Well, I want to say it'd be worth, because because there's certain people that came in that I thought, oh, this guy is really green, or this is, I mean, and then even like Mike Love, I didn't know Mike Love.
Really?
Mike Love when he came in. Yeah, I had no idea who he was or what he did or whatever.
Oh.
So do you know who Brandon Apellas is?
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So Brandon was the one who said, oh, you got to get Mike Love on your channel. I'm like, okay, I don't know who that is. He's like, yeah, he's really good. I'm like, okay. And I trust Brandon because he's, he knows his music.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, we did Permanent Holiday like on our
2011.
like on a. Did we put it on your YouTube?
Yeah, it's still there.
Yeah, like I mean, like, and it was a pretty good. I mean, you guys,
was great.
but it was like years before, right? How many
Yeah.
years? Like maybe 6 or 7 years before. But then I'm so like after I saw how many like views and stuff you guys are getting, I'm like, man, I guess like
But you know what's weird is like, there's artists that have come on our channel that will do songs that they've done on other channels, and then another one of theirs will take off and get millions of views, and then but on our channel it doesn't. So it just
yeah.
it just
Who
kind of
knows?
depends
I
on
mean,
like.
I don't even care about
Yeah.
all of that much. It beyond trying to reach people. Like it's
Yeah,
not about
yeah.
dollars to me. It's just about exposing, good
I mean-
music and good instruments and good artists.
Through all of this, if we ended tomorrow, I would be happy, because I got to see Mike, who's one of the nicest people in the world on top of everything, right? He's super like talented and stuff, but he's super just a sweet person, And like there's people in like the Philippines covering Permanent Holiday.
Oh, I seen that.
Like
yeah.
to a T, right? And it's like
or in Brazil, or
Yeah,
like,
and
it's like, yeah, he's
it's like, wow, we were there like from the beginning, like
Yeah.
from this guy who like I mean, I guess we went to school together, but even back then, I mean, he wasn't playing music back then like how he's doing now, right? So
he was, but he hadn't like evolved into this like
to what he is now, yeah.
Psychic guru.
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
So, I
no,
mean-
but he's musically so. Yeah, I mean, he worked at the store for many years,
Yeah,
and
on
we got to
Fridays.
like spend all day with his genius mind looping, doing all kinds of stuff, and not making much money, but having a lot of
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
But
So-
yeah, to be part of that, and I get what you're saying, because what is life? To be able
Yeah.
to like share this thing, and people around the world, like we'll post this video, and then who like all kinds of countries in Europe or whoever, will get messages from
Yeah.
people just loving it.
Yeah, I mean, and then like I think about one time I was watching I don't know if it was on YouTube or something like that, and then it was like Thailand's Got Talent. It's like America's Got Talent, but it's the Thailand version or whatever. And this girl comes out with a Koaloha ukulele, and she does Stars and Stripes Forever, the exact same arrangement that we used to do in the 90s,
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh my God, that's our, and I'm just thinking, wow, it's just surreal to like think that, Jake and I started like just at birthday parties and stuff like that, and then now like people across the world are playing this arrangement that we did 20 years ago or whatever.
Well, honestly, what you guys did at that point, that era and that music, it changed definitely changed the ukulele world.
The ukulele, yeah, for sure.
A lot.
Yeah.
But those ripples are still going out in positive ways.
Yeah. And it's just fun to so with High Sessions, that's the same way. Like, I just feel like, oh, if we make a good video and then that reaches people and stuff, you look back on it years later and you think like, wow, that's kind of cool. in the moment you're just grinding away, just trying to create something.
Yeah.
But then it's always in hindsight you look back and it's, that was fun. So sitting here with me, one day this video is going to be here, but I won't be here. But it'll be nice, to have something.
Or even, a decade from now to like watch back and be like,
yeah.
Because it takes a while. Like I can't watch stuff we did last year, but maybe like really old stuff. I'll be like, oh yeah.
Yeah. And I'll have reached my kupuna status by then.
Oh man, I don't know.
Yeah.
You look too young.
I feel like I want to like, I can't really because I don't have a lot of facial hair, but I want to grow a big beard. And then like
that's key to being a
yeah.
It's always the beard.
Yeah, I want to like move to like Pune, just like hide out for like a decade. And
You gotta like.
And then
what
one
was his
day,
name?
I lived
Jason
in
Scott.
Pune for
almost
a year. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's wild. I mean, 20 years ago, it was like there's
like Pahoa or
certain
something.
people you don't want to look at the wrong way, but yeah, I mean, it was cool.
Yeah, you just keep to yourself, like live off the grid.
Yeah.
And then I come out and my hair is all tattered and stuff, and I got the beard.
I
and
can
like,
see
oh
that.
my God, is that John?
Yeah.
I haven't seen that guy in 2 decades, And then I, play like some old Hawaiian slacky song.
That's the plan, dude.
Yeah, that's my plan.
And then everything you say after that, it's all just quotes.
Yeah.
It's all,
Yeah.
There's no normal conversation after.
Yeah.
Everything you say is documented.
Yeah.
Well,
And we put it
speaking
into
of Mike, he fasted one time for, was it like 63 days? It was
I remember when he was on
60 some days, but
day 41.
you gotta imagine like what mentally like you're going through at that point. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe you should go for it.
I think so. I think some.
I could totally. I mean, it would blow your real estate game, but
Yeah.
hey.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. I gotta keep my image clean cut image. 'Cause I gotta sell houses. Kids are getting old, man. They gotta eat.
That's true.
Go to college and all that stuff.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
So,
Tell me about it.
but it's fun, you get to do a little bit of this. I get to hang out with you guys, and then
Hell yeah.
go back to the grind. Make some calls.
That's what we do too. I mean, it's not like every part of this job is, gravy or jamming or whatever.
Yeah.
We got to grind it out too, but
Yeah.
it's fun. These are the good moments to
Oh yeah.
make music.
In a way, it
and
is
share.
gravy though.
Don't tell me that. How can I make it harder?
I mean, yeah. I mean, you get to do what you love every day. Come in and make a living. That's all there is.
Yeah. That's the.
It's
that's
not
the
bad. And
ultimate.
the thing with real estate too is like you're helping people too. It's like to have a good agent, on the search for you. Like takes a lot of time.
Yeah, I mean, it's weird because agents get, real estate in general, realtors get lumped into this, like, you're pricing us out of Hawaii, and, there's a lot of negativity.
I mean,
into
but
realtors,
you're not making up the prices.
Right.
You're just trying to help people find what's
And,
right for them.
and honestly, like, I really, when they talk about being a salesperson, I really don't feel that way because I've never convinced anybody to buy a house. I mean, people want to buy a house or they want to sell a house, and I feel like my job is just to give them the options of the easiest way to get there based on what their goals are, and then help them execute that, And most people don't want to deal with a lot of things, and so that's where we come in to be kind of an intermediary, right?
When I do buy a house, I would love for you to be the agent. That would be fun. I mean,
Sure. I would love to help you out.
who knows?
Wait, but you'd probably be on the North Shore, right?
I wanted Mililani.
Oh, Mililani?
Yeah.
Okay, I do a lot out there. We'll make it happen. Would you live in Malka or Mililani proper?
Either.
Andrew only knows Mililani Mocha.
No. No, I'll anywhere in Mililani. I mean, I would live in Wahiawa if it wasn't for my wife being like, hell no. But I mean, up the heights is really nice where my parents live. But then, yeah. Anyways,
Yeah.
you guys should make some more music. I think it's
One more for the road?
Quite the trio. Yeah. Hey, John, thank you for taking the time.
Oh yeah, no, I wish I could stay long. I'm so sorry about this.
No.
I'm
I'm glad that we got together, and we'll have to do it again.
Yeah. I'm free, man.
Next week.
Awesome.
See you next week or Thursday.
I'm not that free.
Yeah, and you guys are invited on Twitch anytime.
Let's do it.
Yeah, but like we have to like practice and.
No, you
like,
don't.
Why you don't do that for ours?
We could figure out a song live. Be like, all right, guys, welcome to the Wolfpack cover show.
Oh, Wolfpack.
That's all we've been doing lately.
Really?
Yeah.
I love Wolfpack. Scary Pockets. So Scary Pockets is my new like.
I
obsession.
remember when we were
I love that
rehearsing and you're
channel.
like,
They-
oh, Scary
they've got-
Pockets.
Oh, they're so good, man. I wish I could do that all day, every day.
I forgot who it was, but they put out a version of Two of Us like last month. I think I sent you guys the
Oh.
link of that girl,
Oh, yeah.
the guy with the guitar. I was just like, oh, that's so good.
Sick.
But I love the shoots with the one person, you know, covering.
Yeah.
Like that's like a really cool look that I want to get better at.
Yeah, that's what I liked about it too. So simple.
Yeah.
Okay, this song will be an A. One, two, 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you do this? Standing on the side of hell, looking on the side of heaven. How can I get over? Trying so hard to move my feet, but it seems I'm sinking deeper. How can I get over? I wanna know. I wanna know, na na na, how can I get over? Living all my life in sin, I don't know where righteousness will come in. How can I get over? That I can't wait no longer, living hard in pain and hunger. How can I get over? I wanna know. Get over. I wanna know. I wanna know. Oh na na na. How can I get over? Let's go first. Living all my life in sin, I don't know where righteousness will come in. How can I get over? That I can't wait no longer, living hard in pain and hunger. How can I get over? I wanna know. I wanna know, oh na na na, how can I get over? I wanna know, I wanna know, oh na na na, how can I get over? Na na na, how can I get over? See how this Pono didn't buzz at the end? Such a nice.
We gotta get you one of them.
Nice A.
Can I do the solo one more time? I'm like, I remember all the solos. I remember what it is, and then I'm like,
That was.
Oh wait, I'm playing a guitar.
this is a guitar.
I should have just been like, here you go.
All right, guys, thank you so much. We will see you real soon. And John, we hope to have you back.
Yeah. Support the website.
And go check
Hit
out
the like button.
You know, if you guys aren't already subscribed to High Sessions, go do that because they got
Yeah. Check us out.
awesome content. Lots of musicians that I want your
That's what he
list.
does.
Just give
Yeah. You should have everybody on this. I like this format, man. It's really different. It's nice.
I'm really bad about reaching out to people and stuff, but I would love it.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We'll see you soon. Aloha.